if I send a message, it's just like, oh, I'm running out the house, but I'll get back to you, or I'm leaving, but I'll message you later. Hello and welcome back to the podcast. I hope you are doing well. My name is Pyro and I am your host of Traffic Talks. This week we are discussing a kind of run-off episode. It's going to be short, it's going to be sweet, it's going to be to the point. And today we are discussing DIYs that make big changes to your life, even though they are small. As I said, it's a runoff from another episode where I did speak about small changes that can make big differences in your life. I will link it for you below in the description box. So if you haven't listened to that episode, feel free to do so beforehand. But you don't need any background knowledge except to just understand the basics of making small changes that are important in your life can result in a massive change down the line if you keep up with it. Or even if you just bite the bullet, spend the money, buy the thing, and it's a game changer. This week is more of DIYs that can change your life, because one that I've done that has been a major change in my life is a U-shaped side table. So if you don't know what that is, it's kind of as it says on the tin. I took a stool we had in our home that was a bit broken and I upcycled it. So it went from being like a footstool to being flipped on its side and is now a U shape where the top and the bottom are basically shelves, and the back side that forms the U is kind of just a base between the two holding it up. So what I do is I use this to hold my bag on the bottom half and my shakes and kombucha sachets on top. This is because I've been trying to be more consistent in either making my shake, which has now become bone broth, or having a kombucha sachet, which is basically sachets of kombucha. You add it to water, Bob's your uncle. Now this is first thing in the morning. And when it comes to mornings, I'm not the brightest spark there is. I generally take a while to wake up. And having this set up has really just been a game changer for me in particular, because I absolutely need the visual reminders. I need something that is going to be like, yo, here's what you need to do for the day. And this is why I'm always like planning things, because if I don't plan, I plan to fail. And that's just my whole thing. It has been a game changer, especially because I'm someone who doesn't leave the house often. So my immune system is slightly weaker, but I have been working on it through a multitude of things. But the dirt and grime that is on a handbag is unimaginable, even a phone. So just having a separate area for my bag to live in has been nice, especially because it corrals the dirt that could potentially come off of the bag and onto other things. So that has been great. It's also an easy way to just pick up and drop off my bag when I'm coming and going, because as I always say, I'm running from one place to another. To my friends listening, you know, whenever I send a message, it's just like, oh, I'm running out the house, but I'll get back to you, or I'm leaving, but I'll message you later. Which also, if my friend is listening, apologies. I'm currently recording this episode at 11 p.m. on Wednesday night, so my voice note is going to be late, my guys, sorry. But yeah, I'm always just running 100 miles an hour. It's the craziest thing. Because you would think it's like, oh no, you don't have that much to do. No, I do. I'm going far. It's crazy. But this is the thing. I don't have time for setbacks. So these kinds of things are literal game changers, because they ease the process so much. So when applying DIYs to your life, not all of them have to be heavy DIY projects that require equipment and time and effort and, you know, a change of outfits and a shower when you're done. You know, those kinds of projects. No, this could literally be a DIY of simply fixing something that's broken, repairing a piece of clothing, or even just doing something yourself that you usually pay for. For me, it's recently been my eyebrows. I just sit and I pluck and pluck and pluck until I'm happy. Doing my nails has been one I've been doing for the last couple of years. I would say about 2 years by now, where I just cut, file, do all the things, paint it myself. And if that's not your cup of tea, you can actually make a cup of coffee as your own little DIY that requires maybe a few more steps, like frothing, whipping, cream, sprinkling over some cinnamon. Like those types of small things can be a DIY of sorts, because it's all for yourself. Doing things for yourself can offer such a sense of accomplishment that very few things can compare to. I mean, even failing at something is better than not trying at all. And this is a idea that I've been really, really embracing recently. I even said it to my mom the other day, where it's that adage of you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And I've really been believing that recently and trying something new. I've been doing something scary or something even just out my comfort zone. Even if it's something like just taking initiative. I did it this week. I sent an email to a company and they were just like, yeah, no, thank you. And I'm just like, cool, thank you for at least letting me know. And that's fine. But if I didn't do that, I would be just like, oh, what if I had messaged them? What if it has been a missed opportunity that could have been the thing that skyrockets me to I don't know where? Do the thing. I know that I've written it down on a piece of paper right here by me, and it says, rather say what now than what if. Because I'd rather exhaust all my options and literally sit and think, okay, well, what now? What else can I do? Versus being like, what if? What if I had tried that? What if I had sent that message? What if I had emailed that client? Like, that would have been cool. What if I had done that? I'd rather just do it and be like, okay, cool. What now? Who's next? Who else can I email? That's what I've been doing. And it's been a hard thing. You really learn whether you have an ego or not. And I know I don't, because I'm not shy to do it in the first place, and I'm not upset with any negative responses I've gotten. So I think I'm good. But it's been a thing. But doing things for yourself is going to be the best thing you can ever do. So do it. Do you. That's my spiel. This week's Song of the Week that I wanted to use, I have not chosen to use the song, is because how do I even explain this? Okay, mini rant. I wanted to use a Katy Perry song this week, but after her latest album, and I don't care that the thing tanked, I really don't. I actually love quite a few of her songs from previous albums, which is sad because she's working allegedly. Okay, I'm not calling him this, but he is allegedly a monster, and she worked with him on this album about female empowerment and, women. In the meantime, the man producing the track is not being nice to women, the whole Kesha situation. I'm not going to get into it, but I just can't understand why she would do that. So I'm not using her song. I just can't. And now I have to actually look for a new song for the birthday song of the year, or the birthday song of the week, because I always use Katy Perry's birthday, the song birthday. So yeah, I have to rethink everything. But the actual song of the week that I chose is ABC by the Jackson 5. It's a really cool song. It's got a good vibe. And I like the fact that some DIYs are so easy. It's literally, as the song says, as easy as ABC. Like, it's that easy. It's simple. Anyone can do it. And I know not everyone is gifted at DIYs. There is a bit of a learning curve, so to each their own, I understand that. But yeah, that is my song of the week. I'm still going to be up to edit this, so please wish me good luck when you are listening to this. If it's up at the right time, you will know I have succeeded, so round of applause if I do. And yeah, I will happily see you in the next episode. I'm not even sure what I'm doing for the next episode because I'm not a horror person, but it's Halloween, so might just make an exception and do something of that nature. So we shall see. But that is all from me. As I always remind you every single week, keep being a better being, and I'll see you in the next one. Love you. Bye.